Levi Colwill's injury has shaken the defense. Transfer dominoes are falling. Xavi Simons is locked in the move to Chelsea and Ganacho too. Enzo Maresca, Cole Palmer, William Estevão, Chelsea dominating Ballon d'Or nomination, even being named among the best club in the world. But before we get into all that, you know what to do. Smash that like button, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're on the road to 10k subscribers. Let's get into it. The world laughed. They said Chelsea were finished. They said the project was broken. And now, the world is watching again. Cole Palmer, Ballon d'Or, Estevão, Copa Trophy, Enzo Maresca, Coach of the Year, Chelsea men's team, Men's Club of the Year, Chelsea female team, Women's Club of the Year. Let's talk facts. Chelsea didn't just bounce back. We dominated. After a shaky 23-24 season that ended in disappointment, Enzo Maresca's men turned it around, conquered in Europe, lifting the UEFA Conference League with style. They conquered the world, winning the FIFA Club World Cup, beating South American team and European team on the way. And now they have conquered their world circuit, flooding the 2025 Ballon d'Or nomination. Let's start with the obvious. Cole Palmer, 18 goals, 13 assists, Champions League spot secured, a trophy in Europe, start the Club World Cup, England creative heartbeat, and now he's carrying his name into the Ballon d'Or shortlist. A generational talent, built in Etihad but published at the bridge. But now, William Estevão, who was nominated for the Copa Trophy, at just 18, he has gone from palmarès to prime time. Already making waves with flair, end product, calmness beyond his years, Estevão is a Copa Trophy nominee, the same award that launched the likes of Pedri, Bellingham, Gavi into the spotlight. Don't be fooled by his age. He's not just a prodigy, he's a superstar in motion. And now, Enzo Maresca. When Chelsea announced him, critics screamed risk, but now they are silent. Enzo Maresca has turned the chaos into control, from bottom half to top four, from confused press to systematic dominance, from doubted philosophy to silverware. His positional play, it's no longer a theory, it's winning games, and his work with young players second to none. One season in, he's already been named alongside Conte, Luis Enrique and Hansi Flick. Make no mistake, this is just the beginning. This one hits different. From a team that finished mid-table over a year ago, to being nominated as one of the best 5 in the entire world. Think about it. European trophy, Club World Cup, top 4 Premier League finish, youngest squad in Europe, global recognition. The process is working, the project is real. Chelsea are no longer rebuilding, they are reloaded. Let's not forget the women. Chelsea women, after Emma Hayes' departure, continue to dominate domestically and compete fiercely in Europe. Always raising the bar, always in the conversation. This nomination is a routine, and that's what makes it special. So here we are, Ballon d'Or 2025, and Chelsea are everywhere. Cole Palmer nominated for the best in the world, Estevão next in line to the throne, Enzo Maresca turning head across Europe. Chelsea respected again on every level. Say it loud, say it proud. Chelsea are back where they are, and this time, we are staying. But here is the latest transfer update. It's getting serious now. Another twist in this unpredictable transfer window. After missing out on Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United, Newcastle has turned their attention to Chelsea Nicolas Jackson. And this time, it's more than interest. This is active movement. Just few days ago, Sesko was the guy Newcastle we are betting on. But with Sesko choosing Manchester United, Newcastle are now in scramble mode. And that's where Nicolas Jackson enters the spotlight. As reported by Margaret Hope, Chelsea striker Nicolas Jackson has emerged as a serious option for Newcastle as they face defeat in the race for Benjamin Sesko. This is a shift from second choice to priority target, because the moment Sesko rejected them, Jackson became top of their list. And it's not just a rumor. This is being worked on behind the scene actively. Let's make something absolutely clear. Chelsea are not just giving Jackson away. Same source, Margaret Mike reports, Chelsea are open to selling Jackson this summer following the arrival of Leon Delap and Joao Pedro in a 90 million double swoop to bolster Enzo Maresca attacking option for a return to Champions League. That tells us something crucial. This is not replacing Jackson. This is reshaping the attack. With Leon Delap coming in and Joao Pedro joining the project, Enzo Maresca now has new option up front. Jackson could stay, but he could be the casualty of evolution. If he goes, we won't accept anything below market price. Which is why Kenan Gill reported, Chelsea insiders insist they will not let Jackson leave on a cheap. They value Jackson highly as the 24-year-old striker who has proven he can score in the Premier League. That's right, there is the message. He's proven, he's valued, we're in control. But now, here is where things get really interesting. Because the striker market this summer is absolutely insane. And Chelsea, we are watching closely. Again, reported from Kenan Gill, Chelsea believe Jackson is worth more than £75 million offer submitted for Sesko this week, and the £79 million Liverpool paid Frankfurt for Hugo Ekitike this summer. Let that sink in. That's how we view Jackson, more valuable than Šeško and Ekitike. He's 24, he has pace, power, pressing intensity, he scored goals in his first Premier League full season. And he did that in a side that lacked stability for most of the campaign. If we are seeing Ugo Ekitike go for £79 million, then Jackson with proven Premier League output is absolutely in that bracket. And according to Telegraph, Chelsea will look to benchmark the deal of Šeško, Mbeumo, Victor Gyökeres and value Jackson at more than £60 million. So no, he's not going for £40 million or £50 million. This is a £75 million player plus in the eyes of Chelsea. And it's not just Newcastle anymore. As reported by Sky Sport Germany and Peletigo, FC Bayern Munich has made inquiry about Nicolas Jackson in the past few hours. Bayern Munich have gathered information on his current status, price, condition. Newcastle are seriously interested. The 24-year-old striker is at the verge of leaving Chelsea. Price valuation €65 million. So now is a proper battle. Newcastle wants him and Tottenham could enter the race if only Richarlison leaves. AC Milan are watching, Juventus too. It's clear now, Jackson is becoming one of the most wanted forwards in Europe and Chelsea holds the key. We don't need to sell, we're not desperate, we have repealed our attack already, so the only way he leaves, you bring a proper offer on the table. Now from a Chelsea fan perspective, this is a big decision. We have seen Jackson score some important goals, we have seen his movement, his pressing, his chaotic energy in the final third. But we have also seen his inconsistency and his runners. Let's be real, he's not the finished article yet, but in today's market, that doesn't matter. Potential is good. We now have Leon Delap, we have Joao Pedro. Maresca's style will demand intelligence, fluidity and movement of the ball. Does Jackson fit into that long-term picture? Or is this the right time to cash in, reinvest and move forward? That's the question we are asking ourselves, and clearly Chelsea are asking the same thing. So what happens next? Do Newcastle pay up? Do Spurs pounce if Richarlison leaves? Do Bayern Munich shock everyone and bring Jackson to the Bundesliga? Time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Jackson will leave for cheap. This is the kind of news we don't want to hear. The kind of headline that stops everything for a moment. Levi Colwill, one of Chelsea's brightest talents, a key part of Enzo Maresca's backline, is now set for a long-time spell on the sideline. What started as a quiet precaution has now turned into every footballer's nightmare. An ACL, surgery, and now months out. Let's walk through what exactly happened and how Chelsea will respond and what this means for us moving forward this season. It all started in the preseason training just a few days ago. As reported by Kenan Gill, Levi Colwill was sent for a scan last night with Chelsea now awaiting news. Injury occurred towards the end of the first preseason section on Monday, but wasn't the result of a challenge. At that point, we all hope for the best. No tackle, no coalition, just strange moments. Something didn't feel right, but we have seen this story before, and sometimes they are the ones that turn out to be the most serious. And now confirmation, straight from Chelsea themselves. Levi Colwill has today undergone surgery to an ACL injury. Medical assessment confirmed surgery would be required for the course of action. This is it, a torn ACL, surgery and long recovery ahead. As Peninsular Councillor, Levi Colwill is expected to be out for the majority of the upcoming season. Let that sink in. Not months, not weeks, most of the season. I am gutted, absolutely gutted. But now, the question is, what does this mean for Chelsea? Well, the club is already aware of how serious this is. Kenan Gill dropped the update before the official news, and he made it clear. Chelsea will look at signing a new centre-back if the fear on Levi Colwill are confirmed. The defender was sent for a scan last night. Injury not a result of a challenge. So yes, Chelsea are officially considering reinforcement at the back. Whether it's an immediate short-term solution or a high potential young signing, the situation has changed. Because let's remember, Fofana is still recovering, and now Colwill, arguably our best left-footed centre-back, is out for a long term. It's not just unfortunate, it's a defensive crisis in the making. But let's take a step back for a second. This isn't about tactics, this isn't about transfers. This is about Levi Colwill, the person, a 21-year-old who just broke into England's senior setup, a player who fought to be part of Chelsea's future, who turned down loan move, stayed to compete, earned the trust of the fans and the club alike. Towards the ending of the season, especially in the Club World Cup, he looked confident, strong, vocal, composed. It looked like he was ready to own that left centre-back spot for years to come. And now he's facing surgery, rehab, isolation and setback. No player deserves this, and Levi especially didn't deserve this now. Not at this stage of his development. But this is football, and as fans we rally. This is where we show support. This is where Chelsea shows its strength, on and off the pitch. Levi's road back won't be easy. There will be lonely days, frustrating days, doubtful moments. But as a club, we stand behind him. And when he's back, stronger, sharper, hungrier, we'll be right there. Swift recovery, Levi. We are with you always. So now Chelsea have a big decision. Do we go into the market and bring in an immediate centre-back? Or do we place faith in what we have got? But one thing is for sure, Levi Colwill absent will be felt. But moving on to the latest on Alejandro Garnacho and Xavi Simons. Let's break it all down. What is really going on behind the scene? What the insiders are saying and what this means for Chelsea attack moving forward. Let's start with the player whose name haven't left Chelsea radar for weeks now, Xavi Simons. Fabrizio Romano puts it very clearly. His focus is on Chelsea move. The two clubs, Chelsea and Leipzig, remain in contact, waiting for Chelsea to complete the outgoing, but now ready to advance again for this deal. But the player is very keen. This tells us two things. First, the player wants Chelsea. That's not in doubt. And secondly, Chelsea are pushing. But the outgoings, as always with this club, are the bottleneck. But now with some outgoing almost done, Chelsea are ready to move. And the word from Secret Scouts is telling us busy days ahead with Xavi Simons' deal very close to being official. That's huge. Chelsea are pushing to finalize the deal before the start of the season. And there is belief this one could be done very soon. Now let's talk about Alejandro Garnacho. It looks like things are getting serious. Chelsea have now opened talks with both Manchester United and Ganacho representative. Yes, that's real. As reported by Secret Scouts, Chelsea have now contacted with both Alejandro Garnacho's camp and Manchester United to explore a potential deal. This isn't just a light inquiry. Chelsea sees Ganacho as a genuine market opportunity. Here is the key quote. Chelsea views this as a market opportunity and are aiming to spend in excess of £30 million, despite Manchester United's internal valuation. Crucially, the belief inside Chelsea remains that Ganacho wants only them, and that continues to be the case. Did you catch that? Wants only them. So despite the noise, the player has made up his mind. Chelsea or nothing. Fabrizio Romano echoed the same thing on YouTube. Ganacho is completely closing the door to any option. Leverkusen with Ten Hag, he said no. Italian clubs, no chance. Saudi Arabia offering big salary, he said no, thanks. I want to join Chelsea. He's really doing everything possible to go to Chelsea. This is massive. A player who currently plays for Manchester United, openly pushing a move to Stamford Bridge and saying no to every other club, including his former manager, Ten Hag. But the price tag, that's where it gets interesting. According to Ben Jacobs, Manchester United are seeking in excess of £40 million for Ganacho, but Chelsea feels the price will drop should Manchester United complete Benjamin Sesko's transfer. The logic here is clear. United are also active in the market, and Sesko's potential arrival could make Ganacho more expendable. Chelsea are banking on that, playing the long-term game to lower the fee, but understand United are holding firm. Sam Wallace reported, Manchester United have told Alejandro Garnacho that Chelsea will have to meet their £50 million valuation if he's to leave Old Trafford for West London. Chelsea, however, doesn't seem phased because the talks are advancing. And as reported by the ever-reliable David Ornstein, Chelsea have stepped up talks with Manchester United over a move for Alejandro Garnacho. The club have also been in touch with Ganacho for some time, but talks have now advanced. Ganacho expects to move to Stamford Bridge. So yes, this is not a rumor. Talks are real, ongoing and accelerating. Here is the crucial part. This is not a case for either Simon or Ganacho. It's both. As per inside info, it's always been Ganacho and Zavi Simon, not one or the other. The club sees both as part of the attacking rebuild. That's the vision, that's the plan. A total revamp of Chelsea wide attacking option. Young, explosive, technical profile with massive upside. Whether you rate Ganacho or not, Chelsea believe he brings something they don't have currently. Let's be real, not every Chelsea fan is sold on Ganacho's move. Some say he's not a needle mover, others are worried about his attitude, his consistency, his discipline. And it's true, there are concerns, but let's not forget he's only 20. He's raw, he's explosive, and clearly, the Chelsea hierarchy thinks they can mold him. He wants the move, he's pushing for it. And in a project filled with young talents, Ganacho could be another chaos agent in Maresca's new attack. So what happens next? Xavi Simons' deal almost done, Ganacho talks are ongoing and progressing fast. This would be a huge week. Chelsea aren't just adding pieces, they are building something. And these two names are right in the center of it. So that, my friend, is the video. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. You go be.